Hey, so this is the Gorey garden. Here we have some chives that are coming up really nicely. They're relocated to this spot and have just been thriving. Um, they really like to be harvested, and they just pop right back up, and it seems the more you cut them, the more they grow. We have a little red bell pepper coming up on each side of those. And then tomatoes everywhere. We have about 6 different varieties of tomatoes going. There are yellow pear tomatoes over here, a little cherry variety, some orange Russian tomatoes, which are an heirloom variety. We also have another heirloom called Old Germans. So they're both coming in quite well. Back in here, which I might move to a pot, is chocolate mint. It's delicious. It actually really does taste like mint chocolate. Sort of like an after dinner mint, an after 5. It's super yummy stuff. I'm going to make some tea out of it. And here is a cilantro that is kind of in flux here, trying to decide where we're going to put it. I think this is our lemon drop cherry tomatoes, and then we have I think another kind of grape tomato. It's a cherry variety back over here. Hopefully those will come in really prolific, and it's a nice harvest of tomatoes. We have sugar snap peas coming in nicely. There's about 6 of those in the garden. Here, of course, are our Old Germans. It's an heirloom variety. I really like heirloom tomatoes, so I was excited to find some starters of those. And it's probably the happiest pepper we have in the garden. And here we have our early girls. We'll see how early they are. I don't know. I think there's some other tomatoes out to beat them. And over here is some celery. There's celery on the other side of the garden as well. In here it looks like the tomatoes are actually throwing out some casters there. We might have some extra early girls coming up, and Old Germans. I think I threw some lettuces in here, I'm not sure. So I threw a bunch of seeds. This is some basil that I planted in here. It's not looking so happy. I think it wants some more fertilizer. It's a little pale. And we've got more peas coming here. Really nice. I love me some peas. This is our strawberry garden. I have several varieties potted, but this is what we got in the ground. There's sequoias in the back, and eversweets in the middle, and then a quill knot in the front there. And then I have a little remnant garden back here, which is another pepper, some scallions that I actually planted out of the refrigerator. I just put them in some water, let them root for a week, and then stuck them back in the ground. They're doing really nice. And arugula. This, of course, is my lettuce garden, which I'm quite in love with. It's doing really well. It likes to be harvested. You can cut several leaves, get a nice salad out of there, and then a couple days later it's back to this. It just keeps regenerating itself, and it's quite nice. You could actually cut the whole head off about 2 inches from the ground, and it'll just sprout another one. And these plants will do that at least 3 or 4 times before they just conk out. And I probably should be planting some more lettuce here at some point before these bolt. And there's some arugula back there. which seems to want to bolt endlessly. I don't know. It's when a plant goes to seed. And speaking of which, there is our Swiss chard back there, and it's just bolting, and we're gonna let some of it bolt and replant itself. And then back here are some younger parts of that are hopefully not bolt. Over here I have a artichoke. I'm not sure if this is the Romanesco or the green globe, one or the other. There's two out here. And it's doing quite well. It was the one, it got in the ground first, and it's really taken hold. And then there's some strawberries back there that were potted, and they're just struggling in pots, and so they're back over here kind of recuperating. This is our potato pot. When you plant potatoes, you just throw them in the ground there and keep throwing dirt and water on them until they reach the top, and then let that plant die out. Dump the pot, and you got 40 pounds of potatoes in there. Here's the back side of those tomatoes. This is my favorite spot in the garden. It's just back here by the soil bags, and it's a great view and a nice place to commune with the garden and the cats and see what's going on. There's that potato pot again. And that's it. It's spring. It's Mother's Day today. And we'll do another little update kind of midsummer.